Hey everyone, this is going to be a short tutorial on how to obtain the 6 primal aspects in Thaumcraft for use in your infusion altar or whatever else use you might need them for. But this is the simplest way to obtain all 6 primals in a pretty short period of time. So what you're going to want to use is the alchemical furnace and then a transport system. I just used a reservoir because it's easy to obtain all your primals, or you can just separate them out into all the jars. The respective jars, and if you haven't already seen my transport or Essentia transport video, check that out. It looks like that, and yeah, just this is a simpler way if you want to set up jars around your infusion altar. Yeah, whatever. So what you're going to want to use, of course, is the alchemical furnace and then alchemical centrifuges. So your three things you're going to be burning. These are the best items I could find. If you have a decent mob trap, gunpowder is nothing. Going to the nether to get quartz is nothing if you have fortune 3, and sugar is a joke if you have a sugarcane farm. So gunpowder breaks down into ignis and perditio, and both are primal aspects, so we can go throw that one in there. It's shot up into the alembic, which is taken up by the buffer, and then sent on down over here to our reservoir. There you go, 2 aspects. So next we got our nether quartz. So nether quartz breaks down into vitreous and potentia. It'll eventually show it. So vitreous and potentia are both tier 1 aspects. That's why we have this centrifuge. The centrifuge breaks down higher tier aspects into their lower tier aspects. Whatever makes up an aspect, it's broken down into one of the 2 aspects that make it. So that's why we have one centrifuge. Whatever vitreous or potentia is broken down into, it's sent over here. Vitreous and potentia make up 3 primal aspects: Ordo, Terra, and I guess Ignis or Perditio, one of those. Doesn't matter, we'll obtain all 6. And then lastly is our sugarcane. Sugarcane breaks down into famous, or the hunger, whatever you like to call it. Which is a tier 2 aspect, and the tier 2 hunger breaks down into, hold on, let me pull it up. Hunger breaks down into void and victus, which are tier 1 aspects, and then void and victus break down into primal aspects after being put in this centrifuge. That's why there's 2 here. Tier 2 goes in here, tier 1s come out here, primals come out here. For nether quartz, it's tier 1 right here. Tier 1's broken down into primal, and then primal just right out the gate. So that's how you obtain all 6 primal aspects. As you can see here, only all 6 primal aspects, no other aspects that you have to waste or that will clog up your machine. So yeah, the most simple way to obtain all 6 primal aspects. Hope you enjoyed. This is just a short addition to the 6 primal. If you're wondering how you transport these from a reservoir, or I mean, you can just set up this transport system. You can just use a golem to take out all of these aspects and put them in their respective jars. If you didn't know, it's pretty simple to separate out your jars, only using a few labels. You just set boundaries. So Perditio is right here, and keep in mind these all have to be connected or adjacent to one another. They can't be diagonal. As you can see, the corners, there is a jar. That's what connects all of these. So they're all connected in one line. Labels just separate out. All Perditio will be right here, all Terra will be right here, all Ignis, Aqua, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, I'll place down a golem. I already have it set up, and this guy is just going to run all over the place, taking out our aspects or essentia from our reservoir here and placing it into its respective jar. If this does happen to overflow for some reason, yeah, you can set up as many alchemical furnaces as you want to quickly obtain essentia. The way I have this buffer set up, it should go into this reservoir before entering the oblivion, but if this does fill up, the essentia no longer can go in this one, so it'll start going in this buffer, which will eventually break down into this oblivion jar. So that's how you get rid of your overload. And this arcane bellows is very important for this setup only. because I don't have buffers here to move my Essentia. I have the suction right here is 32, which allows these pipes to actually have suction. If that bellows wasn't here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the suction will drop down to 0 and it's going to get clogged right there, because no suction means nothing moving. So that's why we have the bellows there. I don't have bellows, so it's going to get clogged up. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If there's anything else you need help with, drop it in the comments. I'll make a video about it and help you out. Thanks. Take care.